Every time. Okay, there we go. Hey everyone! Hello, Pix, Autumn, Master Chefy, Cruz. It's me, your boy, DBS. Let me know if that music is too loud, too quiet. Just right. It's a vibe. So, you can probably tell by the stream title and what's on screen here. Now, unfortunately, I do have Bulbapedia full screen. It won't let me put it in the center. So there is just going to be this empty space on the right-hand side. Can you guys see my mouse? Yeah, you can. Okay, so over here, I can't adjust this. I'm sorry. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm going to down a Coke Zero. That's not true. I'm not going to down it, but I'm amassing the collection of cans in my room again. It's a real problem. But they sell it so cheap. Like, it's nice and it's cheap and it's bad for me. But it makes, you know, it's a vicious cycle. Absolutely disgusting. So, here's what's happening. I did a live stream, what day is it? Last week, maybe earlier this week, where I opened up Minecraft and I went through a few of my short ideas. And one of the things that I was researching, and I did this in like a restaurant, like an absolute hipster plebeian with my notebook being like, oh yes, I'm researching stuff on the internet, when realistically I was just writing down like Pokemon stuff. One of the topics I want to tackle is Pokemon by shape. And if you don't know what the shapes are, they're these things, which appear in the Pokedex from Gen 4 onwards, and obviously they've adapted and all that jazz. Now, I went through these, and I'm like, I don't know if I can fit everything I found, every oddity I found, into a short. So we will just have to take a look at that. Just bear with me for a sec. My volume is being weird. Also, apologies for the noise here. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get you guys where I can see you easily. Because I'm trying to like prop up books and stuff, and well, not a book. Zachy, why do you have to come and saying balls? Crayola soup, interesting. M&M's mixed with Skittles. Oh god. So there was a craze in the city I'm from a while ago, where like a donut shop was opening on every street corner, and one of them was like a new one, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll give it a try. And it was like it was one of the donuts without like the hole, so I think like a filled one. It had like a chocolate covering with what I assumed were M&Ms. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool combo, like the carby donut, the kind of chocolate sauce, I guess, and M&Ms with first some crunch. They were fucking Skittles. It was the most vile thing I've eaten. And I've eaten more vile things, I hate sardines. But if I see a sardine, I expect it to taste like a sardine. When I saw that, I expected M&Ms. So like the shock of eating Skittles, I was like, Jesus. Anyway. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to open a Google Doc. I have that here. I just need to make sure that I can have everything I need to see in places. It's so hard live streaming. It's honestly crazy. I have 3 screens as well, you know, it's ridiculous. Anyway. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday, I think. Surely. Yeah, I uploaded a short today. It is Saturday. So it's the weekend, baby. Is Easter break over? Did you guys have Easter break? Or am I like a week off? Doing fantastic. We love to see it. I finally got like some good night's sleeps the last 2 nights. I've been taking protein as well. It's a new thing I've started, and I feel it paying off already. So expect swole thirst traps on Twitter. Not quite. Anyway, I'm not in school anymore. Neither am I. I just finished cleaning my house and I'm sketching some Master Chefies. Hell yeah. I can't wait to see the Dread Spread one. I'm so happy I'm 69 as well. That made my day. That made my life, actually. So, without further ado, I'm going to go through this, just so everybody's on board with what I'm doing. So, list of Pokemon by shape. This is a list of Pokemon by their shape. Japanese shape, according to the Pokedex. Okay, we understand. The listing is available as a search method in the Pokedex from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and in Pokemon Home. So you can't... It's not a search method in Gen 8 onwards. I didn't know that. Because there's a lot of things the Pokedex has removed over time. Like, footprints stopped in Gen 6. I didn't know that until very recently. Also, in regards to colors, orange is not a color that you can search for Pokemon by. Or Pokemon aren't even listed as being orange. It's insane. Says the games use symbols to define each group. The titles below are simply fan-created descriptions. So, these officially have no names. So, it is down to what fans believe they are called. So, that might be where some of the discrepancies come from. So, I'm going to say, because the names are unofficial, take them with a grain of salt. Shape Filter is still in Home, though. Yeah. Is Home Gen 8? Or is it Gen 7? I don't remember, but... Footprints are certainly something I was able to recognize many months. Footprints text to Mystery Dungeon. Hello, Seedron. The thing that clued me into Footprints was that Ron responded to a thing on Twitter about, like, Sceptile's foot. And Sceptile's footprint does not match its feet. Its footprint has, like, big, like, round toes, but Sceptile has, like, clawed feet. I will be making a short about feet as well, because I think that that's just hilarious. So, the concept was formerly referred to in English in-game as body style in Generation 4 and form in Generation 4 and 5. You can tell why they got rid of form, because just, it's too much. So here we have, like, all of the categories, but we'll be going down through them one by one. And if anything stands out, scream at me. Did Home come out with Let's Go or Sword and Shield? I don't actually know when Home came out. Let's see. But my point is it's not in the Gen 8 or 9 games. Home was 2020, early 2020. So, during Sword and Shield, because Sword and Shield was 2019. Right? I think that sounds right. Yeah. But it's not in any it's not in any games, basically. Because I don't know if I call Home a game. It's more like a bank account. Anyway. So here's your shape icons. You have Ball, Amogus, Seal, Kabuto. That one meme of that little guy with the big head who goes like, yippee! I don't know what that's called. A moth. Balls. The name of that one fucking jellyfish guy from Finding Nemo who's like, you guys made me ink. Pearl. No, Pearl's the starfish. No, Peach is the starfish. Pearl is the thing. Peanut. Dinosaur. Man. Bat. Snack. And... I don't know what this is meant to be. Can I zoom in more? Oh, I can. Okay, I can get this nice and big. There we go. Now, I'm just looking at the top ones here. So basically, what they did is... The unofficial categories for these are... Just a head. Oh yeah, it says it here. So this is... Pokemon consisting of only a head. Then Pokemon consisting of a head and legs. Pokemon with fins. That one's kind of funny. Pokemon with an insectoid body. There's one in there that's very interesting, but it does make sense. Pokemon with quadruped body. Makes sense. Pokemon with 2 or more pairs of wings. Pokemon consisting of multiple bodies. And this one's Pokemon with tentacles or a multiped body. So, what is multiped? Is that just more than 6? Having many feet. Having more than 4. Okay, so... But then insectoid is also... You know, it's kind of weird. So we'll see. You can already see that the categories are going to be weird. But again, the translations don't exist. It's just what people... The meaning the fans have attached to them. They're pretty much Wobbuffet. It's a Pokemon consisting of a head and a base. So this one's interesting. So it's like, you've just a head, but then you've head and a base. So what's a base is the thing we'll need to look at. Pokemon with the bipedal tailed form. So stands on 2 legs, has a tail. I think that that's pretty self-explanatory. Pokemon with the bipedal tailless form. So 2 legs, no tail. So these two are really similar. Pokemon with a single pair of wings. So that's the difference between this fairy-looking guy and this dragon-looking guy. Pokemon with serpentine bodies. And Pokemon consisting of a head with arms. So you've head on its own, head with legs and no arms, head with no legs and arms but a base, and head with no legs but arms. So, there's a lot to do. Okay, so, changes. The following Pokemon have their shape changed in a new game. 11 Pokemon were changed in Pokemon X and Y, and 1 Pokemon was changed in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So what happened? So Caterpie, Weedle, and Wurmple were all serpents, but they got their shape changed to insectoid body. Does that seem correct? Because doesn't insectoid mean 6 legs? I think the base and the head might be the armless one. Nope. Base, there are 3 that have to do with head, so... That's funked up. Yeah, so already, it's... So let's say, like, insectoid form... / bug. Because these are clearly, like, bugs. But they're not insects. If that makes sense. So it's just, like... Caterpie should be in Snake. But why Caterpie and not the other 2? Like, they are all... And yeah, I know Caterpie is, like, has the whole snake thing going on, but whatever. So Burmy and Wormadam used to be Snake as well, but then became head with the base. So here's my question. It's like, what's the base? And are these things... I know the image quality is really, really low. Are these things not Wormadam's arms? Or are they just flaps? I know you're in chat, Sea Dragon. You're the Wormadam expert. Does Wormadam have arms, or are they just weird, like, shoulder flaps? I mean, technically they are worms, but they say what pitch shape fit them better. Those are crabs? They are crabs. Burmy is a worm, though. So I guess if Burmy is... Yeah, here's the thing. Because Burmy naked looks like Wurmple, but then it has a different body shape already. Why is Burmy head and base instead of bug or snake? Their hair does appear to behave like arms. Okay. And these are just the ones that have been changed. So we haven't even gotten into the thing yet. Okay, so in my notes I took in that restaurant, I have written slug disrespect. So we'll see what that means. What the fu- I forgot. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw it. Wormadam should be geodude shaped. Maybe. I think Wormadam is a slice of pizza. So Shellos and Gastrodon used to be the insectoid. This isn't the insectoid body thing! Oh, it is. Okay. Why is it using the old shape? Oh, because it's... Okay. No, it is. It's using the respective generation's art, which is kind of fucking with me. These both mean the same thing. If unchanged. Okay, there we go. Okay. That was my mistake. So they used to be this, which I just do not understand. But now they're snakes. Surely I feel these guys should have been like the head and the base. Do you know what I mean? It's like they have a head, they have a body, and they have no limbs. Because I don't think Gastrodon's like... I don't think that these are legs. Now, they could be. But it's just very, very odd. I'll do some Gastrodon research. Gastrodon. Oh, can I not zoom in on one Bulbapedia page without zooming out in the other? Okay, Sea Slug Pokemon. Pokedex entries. There's a shell. I'm not seeing anything about legs. It has 6 stubby legs. Okay, that's just by the the Bulbapedia updaters, so it's kind of a... I don't know how reliable that is. Okay. 250s are gonna hit that. The bottom part of a snail slug is called a foot. I know that. And Cresselia used to have insectoid body and is now a snake? Does Cresselia not have arms? Like, are these things not Cresselia's hands? The pink bits on its chest. Isn't it a swan? Like, it's clearly some sort of not a snake or an insect. Hello, Imagine, I'm doing good. They aren't arms. See, I just don't know where they got insectoid from at all. What even is Cresselia's history? Hello, Purple Pokemon 5. But it's like... I guess it wouldn't fit into anything else either. Crescelia's history is pissing me off. In Arceus. So the Thunderuses... So these ones all make sense, because this is basic... These are basically what... Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus are all just a head and arms, because they have no legs. But then it becomes... Single pair of wings, yep. Bipedal, tailed, yep, it has 2 legs and a tail. And quadruped, makes sense. Mega Pinsir went from a man to the 2 or more pairs of wings, but the things on Pinsir's back are its elytra. And elytra aren't wings. So, I don't know what this category is. So multiple pairs of wings means plus elytra or insectoid wings. Question mark, question mark. It counts as wings, but in caps, this is 1 pair of wings. Exactly, so like this shape is single pair of wings, this one is multiple pairs. Now again, the titles are fan-made, so this could mean like with insectoid wings as opposed to like mammalian or bird wings. So we'll kind of discover that as we go along. So we're not even in the fucking lists yet. But this is where things just got to me immediately, okay? So starting from Generation 5, the player can change which form is displayed in the main Pokédex entry for Pokemon with multiple forms. The following Pokemon have forms which differ drastically enough to be listed under different shapes, okay? So think like Galarian or Exeggutor and Alolan Exeggutor. They might be under two different shapes, even though they're not. Because, though, actually they would be, because Exeggutor doesn't have a tail, normally. So, they should be. The first one here blew my fucking mind, okay? Meowth. And Meowth. And Meowth. All Pokemon who are always seen standing on two legs. For some fucking reason, and I guess it's because these two evolve into Persian, these two are listed as quadruped, whereas the Galarian one is listed as biped. Why? Does evolution factor into form changes? Into shapes? And I know it doesn't, because I can already think of another Pokemon that has a different form when it evolves. A different body shape. What the hell are they doing? These are all the same fucking guy. They all have the same tail, the same proportions, blah blah blah. Meowth is apparently supposed to be quadruped, but it has been biped after RG. RG, like red-green. Like, yeah, like 28 years ago this year. It's insane shit. Okay. So this one, I need to double check Galarian Slowbro. Or Mega Slowbro, sorry. So these two make sense. They're tailed, they have two legs. Whereas Mega Slowbro is just a head and arms, because it doesn't have any, I imagine the legs are in there, we just can't see them. So it's kind of the same situation as, like, Wormadam. I have returned and understand nothing. We're looking at Pokemon shapes, as they are described in the Pokedex. And it is very, very confusing. So let's see, Mega Slowbro. I guess the only thing it could be counted as is the head and arms. Because it doesn't have legs. So head and a base could also work, but we'll see now if any other head and base Pokemon have limbs. Apparently Wormadam doesn't, so... So let's say Mega Slowbro confirms that even if the body part exists, if we can't see it, it doesn't count. Or if it doesn't play into the silhouette, it doesn't count. So it might have legs inside the shelter, but if we can't see them, it doesn't work. Also, I love Mega Slowbro. I love how the eyes are still on the back as well. It's really, really cool. So Pinsir goes from a man to a guy. That makes sense. We've already talked about this. Palkia goes from a man with a tail to a dog. Makes sense. Also, by the way, spoilers for, like, the Pokedex. If you're here for some reason. Hello, Soul Rider. Giratina goes from... So this now is interesting. Because Giratina has, like, 6 legs, specifically, and apparently is based on a house centipede. But it is it's like the multiped body type. And then goes to a snake. I think Origin Giratina is snaky enough. I think that's alright. Yeah, like that is a serpent. So, Giratina, what is the difference between insectoid body type and multiped? Would be my question there. Because this is some groovy tunage. These guys are all the insectoid, but they have like more than 6 legs. So I'm beginning to believe that this body type, while labeled insectoid body, just means kind of like buggish. Do you know what I mean? Gotta go by. And this answers our question. So Lilligant is head and a base. Lilligant has arms. Mega Slowbro also has arms. Mega Slowbro has a head and arms. I guess because it bounces around. But Lilligant can also bounce around, so I don't know. Head and arms versus head and base. Many question marks. The shit I go through researching content is bananas. And this, I'm very sure this is something nobody else has done. Because, honestly, why would they? But I find it fun to do this process. And then people find it fun to watch me fucking lose my mind. So... I've been thinking of a Jack-in-the-Box Pokemon that uses spring limbs to bounce while firing off powerful piston-backed hits from a box glove. What does the Pokédex count conditional limbs as? What? Does it have limbs when it's not attacking? Then Lilligant in Hisui is just a man, so that makes sense. Tornadus. Okay, so we've been through these ones. They all make sense. Zygarde is absolutely a snake, is absolutely a dog, is absolutely biped with a tail. There is a tail back there. Good shit. Hoopa is a head and arms. And Hoopa Unbound is a head, or is bipedal with a tail. Perfect. Lycanroc is a dog. Midnight form stands up. Yes, here's the thing. Like, why the fuck is Meowth, or ordinary Meowth's not like this? It doesn't make sense. Don't ever thought of a regional form Spoink. Just be a box with idle of limbs and attacking, so the public safe body type is. I'd say either a head and arms or just the head. So Wishiwashi Solo versus Wishiwashi School. So the multiple bodied ones are also really, really interesting. And we will get to them, don't worry. Necrozma. I have Necrozma written down. Why? Okay. Okay, so ordinary Necrozma is just a head with arms, but Necrozma has legs. Are those not legs? And I know Necrozma is like reassembling of the big dragon. But these are its legs when it's Ultra Necrozma. So if it's going to say it's a body with arms, it should say it's a body with legs, because these are its legs. Why is Necrozma head and arms when it has legs right there? Like, I'm not shitting, like, I'm not losing my, like, these are legs. I know it's low quality, but we all know what Necrozma looks like. Those are legs, right? Duskmane is a quadruped. Dawn Wings has 2 big wings. Single pair wings. Ultra Necrozma has 4 wings. So multi-winged. And here's the thing. These symbols are what's in the Pokédex. The names are derived from that. So this is like, stuff like this is where it's like, oh no, this means multi-winged as opposed to like insectoid, basically. For some reason I imagine Phalanx just being a body with body with body. So Phalanx would be this one. Which is the, I don't know why the descriptions aren't coming up anymore. Oh, fuck my life. This one is like Pokemon with multiple bodies. That's what Phalanx is. So Eternatus is guy with wings. I mean, I guess these tendrils are wings. And then Eternamax Eternatus is a snake. Because it's really long, I guess. The Claw. I'd buy those for $1. Calyrex is a man, and the horses are horses, so dog. And this tracks for the other. What the fuck are they called? What are the Aedises called? Tornadus, Landorus, Thunderous, and Amorous. What's their Cami? It is Cami, isn't it? Yeah, this tracks for the rest of them as well, so. Anyway. This, so far, has only been Pokemon that have changed with multiple forms or with regional variants. Now we are going actually in to the shapes themselves. We got the Zelda music playing. We're ready to go. I have a list of things here. I'm wondering, should I bring up like a reference? So like all of these. Let me see. I can probably... Okay. I'm just saving this. No, I don't want to do that. Let's say body shapes. Just so I can put it on screen all the time, so we don't need to be scrolling down. Let me put this into studio mode so I can see what I'm doing. I am going to be covering part of the screen. Don't cry about it, or I'll tell your parents. How do you do this again? Image. Browse. Then we gotta go to wherever I saved that to, and it's called body shapes, and we pop that in. Yes. So let's put that up the top there. Okay. Can I go back to studio mode? Okay, so that's there. So now if I scroll, okay, so that'll stay up there, just as a reference. So if I'm looking at anything, I'll try to keep them like center to lower screen. So I think that should work. Hello, Luke X-Ray. Insert funny alliteration name for dead bedspread. Where's deceased mattress man? Okay, so we are going down into Pokemon consisting of only a head. Which I already have some... there's a few of them in here that I have issues with. Okay? Shelder is a head. Cloyster is a head. Ghastly is a head. Yeah, I think these three are pretty good. They all seem fairly head-shaped. And with the rest of the... There's nothing really else they'd fit into, you know? Like, Cloyster isn't a like, multiped. There's no, like... These aren't arms or anything. It is really funny seeing Ghastly and Cloyster, right? And I know these are all next to each other in the decks anyway, but when you look at them again, you're like, oh my god. It's a lot of precedence to the Ghastly Cloyster theory. Voltorb and Electrode, they're just heads. Yeah, there's literally nothing else to them. Koffing, just a head. Ditto. So this is the thing. Is Ditto just a head, or is it a head and a base? And is Cloyster not a head and a base? Like, what does head and base mean? Head and base is the one above that looks like Wobbuffet. So I'm just going to say just a head. Ditto and Cloyster. Head and base. And we'll see what head and base consists of when we make it there. Okay? Sunkern. Seems right. Misdreavus is a head with a thing under it. Like, Misdreavus has a little body. Is Misdreavus not a head and base? What are the rules? Unknown, I think you couldn't really classify it as anything else. Pineco is... That's just it, I guess. Fortress? Yeah. Silcoon? Yep. Cascoon? Yep. Lunatone and Solrock. I figured just ahead is like Chin and Wobbuffet has a base. Misdreavus would have a base. Yeah, it's... Well, the further we go into this, the more our brains will melt. Trust me. Sunatone and Starrock, seem right. Cast form has a body. Whether you want to call it whatever it is. I don't know. Like Pineco as well. I feel like the bottom could be a base, you know? But Pineco I'm not too hung up on. Shuppet has a body. Like, under the head. Glalie is just a face. Clamperl is in the same situation as the Cloister and Shelter. Misdreavus has a fucking body. Or Mismagius, sorry. Or Mismagius, however you pronounce it. And here's a big one. Rotom. Does Rotom not have fucking arms? Or am I an idiot? Are Rotom's things that when it, like, changes form and, like, literally have grippies and claws and all that jazz, are those not its hands? Let me go into Bulbapedia. Let's see what it says. There's a white-blue aura of electricity around it that forms lightning bolt-shaped appendages. Appendages sounds like a word that means arms. Are you saying that they're wings? They're something, you know? I just want to check Rotom's Pokedex. I want to see if it says anything about these. Maybe because it's not physically part of its body? I mean, it's not part of anything else's body. Oops. I need to find the Pokedex. Okay, its body's composed of plasma. But the plasma is its body, so it's part of it. I'm just checking and seeing if there's anything in the Pokedex that mentions its, if the other forms appear in different body shapes. But they don't, because they would have been up the top when we looked at all the other forms. So if they do, I'll be mad. I'm just reading all its dex entries. Aren't those arms in cottony? I always thought they were ears. Oh yeah, we'll go down. I don't know if you saw, but we will go down. We will go down. Oh god. Oh boy. Okay. There's nothing in the dex that says Rotom has arms, but like it has every single form of it has arms. Like those are where its arms go as well. The Pokedex of it has arms. The only thing that doesn't is the phone and like the drone. Okay, so Rotom, big question mark. Rotom has arms, triple question mark. Whirlipede is, yes, technically a big head. I think Whirlipede is one of my favorite Pokemon designs. It's so crazy looking. Cottony, though. Let's take a look at Cottony. So I'm willing to write those off as ears. Or just leaf. appendages, I guess. Furled, notched leaves on the sides of its body. So what are the leaves? Pokédex, please. It can shoot cotton out of its own body. I mean, despite, like, if they're ears, it is just a head. You know, I don't think they're wings, and they're definitely not arms. Because they, like, turn into Whimsicott's horns. So I'm willing to let Cottony side. Solosis is a head. Duosion, I don't know if you guys can see this. Duosion has arms. Like, those are arms. I'm not losing my mind here. Are the Cottony at arms? Leaf arms like Weltshard? I don't think they're arms. I never thought they were arms either. Let's take a look at Duosion. Let's see what it says about this. The mitosis Pokemon. Duosion is a pale green Pokemon with large head, stubby arms, and a body that tapers to point at the bottom. It doesn't matter if they're strongly formed arms, it has arms. They exist. So does Duosion. I'm gonna see if the Pokédex mentions anything about its arms. Pokédex entries. 2 divided brains. Brains. Okay, we like saying they have 2 divided brains. Wow. Wow. 2 divided brains. Literally every single dex entry talks about 2 divided brains. Except when you get to Sword and Shield. 2 divided brains. No, it talks about it there too. Okay, there's nothing in the Pokédex that mentions it has arms. But it has arms. Those are arms. In the anime, I'm sure they even move like arms. Like... Okay, Ferroseed is just a head. Cryogonal is just a head. Shelmet? Are these not feet? Does it not walk on these little nubs? Are these not feet? So they gotta go to Shelmet. This is exactly why I'm streaming this, because it's such a process to go through every single Pokemon individually. So let's see. Shelmet is a bivalve or snail-like Pokemon. Snail, its bug type. Fuck off, internet. Its grey shell resembles a knight's visor with the coiling spiral on the shell further back. The shell has protrusions on the underside, which apparently uses as legs. So they might not be actual legs. Instead of just like chin protrusions. So let's say Shelmet. Chin protrusions. But also, what's stopping it from being a head and a base? You know, because it has a head and then the base could be the shell. That category is the most confusing one. So let's see. Pokédex entries. When attacked, it defends itself by closing the lid of its shell. Carablast, yep. Carablast and both receive electrical stimulation. They both evolve. I love that hint in the Pokédex as well. Extra stimulation. Fails to protect from Carablast because they can still get into the shell. Nothing about walking. So, Shelmet is like a loose thing. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I completely went past Cryogonal because Cryogonal has arms. In a way. So let me just check out Cryogonal. It has like ice crystals. It has 2 glowing eyes, and its large mouth contains an extendable chain of ice. So, ice chain does not equate to arms, but it certainly looks like them when it releases them. Hello, L. Took me a hot second to remember to say that name. Hello, Captain Koji. Dragonel has an ice chain that acts as arms, but isn't arms. So I think this goes back to, like, the silhouette, the base silhouette. Because you never really see Dragonel's chains come out in, like, artwork or, like, still sprites and still models. It's only when it's doing something. Whereas Duosion always has arms. Anyway, Carbink is a little head on top of a big rock base. And I'm sure you guys can already see what's under these. The next two are also... There's a little head on a big rock base. I'm writing all these down. By the way, for anybody joining, we are just going through the Pokédex shapes because a lot of them are really, really odd, and we're only on the first one, but we've gone through some stuff already, and it's a wild ride. You can see all the shapes up top. We're on the one that's just a head. It's the one on the top left that looks like a little orb with eyes. That's what these are claimed to be. Klefki is registered as being just a head, but are these two things not Klefki's fucking arms? Does the Dex entry not say it attaches keys to its arms? Am I not remembering this correctly? Let's see. Okay, it says it has a thin loop. It doesn't say that they're arms, even though it disconnects in the middle and it looks like it has two really thin arms. Pokédex entries, Pokédex entries, Pokédex entries. They even clearly attach to the numbers. Exactly. It never lets go of keys that it likes. How can it let go of something if it doesn't have arms? Steals keys. It inserts its horn into chinks in metal, absorbing metal ions. It collects keys. How can I hold on to keys if it doesn't have arms is pretty much all I need, but I just want to see if there's anything here. Okay, there's no mention that it has arms, but like, if you see Klefki open up its keyring, these are basically arms. Klefki has arms. Pumpkaboo is clearly a head on a base, and don't even talk to me about what's under Pumpkaboo. You can already see it. Comfey has fucking arms. It's right there. It's holding the lei. Comfey is a Pokemon I forget exists. 100 billion million % of the time. Comfey has arms. Pumpkaboo also has legs. I didn't even think about that. Now, we could do that as, like, the Shelmet thing again. Where it's kind of just, like, divots. I just googled Shelmet instead of Pumpkaboo. Let's see what let's see what it says about Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo is a ghostly Pokemon that has 4 sizes, blah blah blah. Bred Pumpkaboo are always the same size as the mother. That's kind of cool. Or the non-Ditto Pokemon if bred with the Ditto. Interesting. Encasing its lower body is a pinkish pumpkin with a pair of knobby legs. Yeah, Pumpkaboo has legs. Because it doesn't say leg-like protrusions, it says legs. This is Rayman. Oh, this is Zelda, sorry. A lot of Rayman similarities in this. So yeah, Pumpkaboo, Comfey, Minior is just ahead. Cosmog and Cosmoem are just ahead. Meltan is clearly ahead on a base. Like, what are you doing? Roly-Coly as well. Would we call Roly-Coly just ahead? I guess. See, with Roly-Coly, I don't know if anything else would fit it. Because it's a wheel. And its body is kind of its head. Sinisty and Poltegeist, though, I don't like. Sinisty has a little feckin' hand coming out here, and Poltegeist is a guy wearing a teapot. Like, maybe I'd accept Sinisty as just a head, but Poltegeist is a man wearing a teapot. Also, Poltegeist is one of the few Pokemon with a gradient in their design. Sorry, I need to crack my back real quick. Oh, God. All my bones are just broken to pieces. Sheesh. Okay. Hello, YouTube. Why is my stream delaying on itself? It's very weird. Random fact, Sinisty Line cannot learn Scald. I've never used them and now I never will. Milcery has fucking arms. Like, I'm not being... I need to see it in motion. I'm very sure Milcery always has its arms. Okay, let's see. It is a droplet-shaped body composed of cream with 2 arms. Yep, it has arms in the anime. I'm gonna look at its sprites. It's got arms. This little fucker has arms. Okay, so we've made it through just ahead. And already many issues have already been found. So let's see what the remaining ones give us. I think that's like that's the second largest one in terms of complaints, but we'll see what's there. I don't know if we'll get through all of them. Because we're already like an hour and we've only gone through one of them. But alongside the form changes earlier and stuff, so. All good. As long as everybody's having fun, that's all that matters to me. And feel free to ask me anything as well. So, Pokemon consisting of a head and legs. Oddish. Yep. Poliwag has a tail. There's a category for biped with a tail. So let's say head plus legs. Poliwag has legs plus tail. Now, Doduo's here. There is a category for Pokemon with multiple bodies. These Pokemon do not have multiple bodies, they have multiple heads. They have, and it says a head and legs. This is a head, these are legs. This is a head, these are legs. They just have multiple heads, so. Class. Executor, again, multiple heads, 2 legs, head, legs, grand. Tangela is just a head with 2 legs. So, why is Tangela in here, but not, like, Pumpkaboo, you know? Why are all these guys in here, but not... Is it because Pumpkaboo doesn't have toes, I guess? But, like, neither do these guys. So, like, what the hell? All of these guys seem pretty good so far, besides Poliwag. Porygon has a body and a tail. Is this not a tail? Because Dodrio also has a tail. Are birds bipedal? Okay, this is interesting. Dodrio. Dodrio has a tail, but no wings. Is it not bipedal with tail? Because the bipedal with tail one is the one next to the man and the guy that looks like Wobbuffet. It's the one that looks like a dinosaur. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So I guess whatever Dodrio is, Porygon would also be. Because they are like the same bird body shape. Bird without wings, basically. Wooper has a tail. Like... So does Quagsire. So I need to see where Quagsire is. Is it because he doesn't have arms? Is this a thing? If they don't have arms? Because it just says biped with tail. It doesn't say biped with arms with tail. Torchic is also maybe in the same camp. I guess Torchic's wings aren't wings. It's more like neck fluff. Okay, so let's say biped with tail also needs arm inclusion. And we'll discover that when we get to biped with tail. If any of them are missing arms, then I'm going to lose my mind. Torchic doesn't have wings, is all I'll say here. Seedot is a head, it has legs. Shroomish is a head, it has legs. Azurill is a head with feet and a tail, so... We have to see where Marill and Azumarill are. It is armless. All the feathers are fluff on its neck. Yeah, it goes behind it, doesn't it? Cherim doesn't have arms. From what I can remember. It doesn't. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. So head and legs. Bonsly is a head and legs. Roggenrola is a head with legs. Swirlix does have feet. It also has a tail. So this is kind of like the head, feet, tail, no arms gang. Dewpider has 6 legs, so there's 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top holding the bubble. Why is Dewpider here? It does with the closer. Nope. Cherim does not have arms. You can look up. I looked up its sun form. It has a really pink kind of poncho, but it does not have arms. Dewpider does not feel like it belongs here. Bounsweet, head and legs. Caracol, I would say, is almost like quadruped. Because if they're saying it's a head and legs, then what are they doing? So let's say Caracol. If already being if already being categorized as having feet, why is not quadruped? Hello, Forest. I'm into Pokemon with a head and feet. Some of them have tails, some of them are dupiter, some of them have 4 legs. Hatena, I don't think its hair things are arms, even though they do become arms. But I wouldn't call it quadruped. Stonjourner has legs and arms. So, like, Stonjourner has arms. And Dracovish, for the sake of argument, its fins are not arms. So I would say this counts, even though it's really... And also it's just incredibly bananas. So we'll say that that fits. Also, there's a new True Green video with me in it that just released. So I'll watch that after this. Its fins are fish arms, but they're not arms. Exactly. Which is why we are okay with it being a head and legs. Because technically it also has a tail, but the tail is its neck. So I really like the Galar fossils. They're so crazy. And I love Dracovish the most because it like uses... It has the most unique body. Because it would just have been so easy to put the head on like the upper body, but the fact that they put it at the end of the tail, magnificent. Okay, so Pokemon with fins. And I'm just going to adjust something earlier. Just bear with me. Okay. Pokemon with fins. We have Seal and Dugong. Now, so we're going to say fins also equals flippers. Goldeen Seaking. I hate them, but they are accurate, so... Makes sense. Magikarp, Lapras. So yeah, Lapras I wouldn't call a quadruped because it doesn't have legs. It doesn't have fins either, but it does have flippers. So fins... We're going to say flippers as well. That is the right word, right? Flipper? The more I think about it, the more I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Chinchu has small fins. Chinchu does have fins. It also kind of has feet. But there are fish that can walk on like the bottom of the ocean with their fins. So I'm willing to just say, for the sake of... I'm not terribly offended with Chinchu being in here. Lantern. So Quillfish. Is Quillfish's tail a flipper or a fin? Is this category just the fish category? Is Quillfish just a head? Let me see, is there anything up in head only that looks like Quillfish? A Comfey is up here. Yeah, I don't think Shelder and Cloyster should be in here at all. Shelder's in here. Tail is considered a fin and a fish, so you say it counts. Okay. Overquill then also counts, because Overquill is also in here. So, with fins, okay. Yep, all good. This guy's a head, but he also has fins. Fins, 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 fins. Sfeel and Celio are here. Where's Walrein? Now, this one I think actually kind of works. I know where Walrein is. We'll get back to it. Because, so here's the thing. These could technically be in Pokemon with arms. Because they both have arms, they don't really have legs. Because seals don't have legs. They have, like, the back flippers, which I know, like, develop from feet. So Walrein is somewhere else. When I went through this the first time, I was like, where the hell is he? But we'll get back to him. Finn's Love Disc is just a head. Like, where are Love Disc's fins? Love Disc is fucking crazy. It's a Pokemon I've never used. It's forgettable to me for the exact same reasons that Huntail and Gorobus are forgettable, and because they're super late game solo water types. Super late game, low stat solo water types in a region full of water types. So should Love Disc just be a head? You know? What song is this? I love it. Bowser's Inside Story. Okay. So I'm gonna say Love Disc just ahead. Flippers question mark? Or Fins question mark? Kyogre. Yeah. I'll accept that. Finian's a fish. Fins. Fins. Timple is a head with the tail. So, is the difference between Timple and Poliwag that Poliwag has feet and Timple doesn't? So it's very interesting, you know? Again, I don't think any of the guys labeled as just a head have a tail. And I don't think there's a category either for guys who just have the grippers out of the deciding factor. Yeah, there's no like category for like no arms and just a tail, except like Serpentine. But Timple is not a serpent, so I guess it just belongs here because nothing else will do. So head plus fin. Same, or yeah, same as Quillfish. Same concept. To help it swim. Basculin, yeah, Alamola has the same kind of body shape as Love Disc, but it has these fins. Tynamo then has these kind of fins, which I guess are fins. Electric, fins, Electros, fins. Electros could be, these two could be snakish as well, yeah. But they do have fins. Stunfisk does indeed have fins. Popplio has flippers. Brianne has flippers. I hate Brianne. Is it even pronounced Brianne? Or is it Brione? Bryony. Primarina has flippers. Wishiwashi has fins. The school form is a multi-body form Pokemon. Bruxish has fins. Arcuda has fins. Barraskewda has fins. Arctovish has fins. Which is why Dracovish is labeled as having legs. Because this one doesn't have legs. It only has the fins. Interesting. Okay, hang on. Arctovish is finned with lower body. But Arctozolt is not. Interesting. And that is because they're designed to be different Pokemon as well. Sabasc Legion, Fins, Overquill, same thing as Quillfish, so. Arctohalf is a marine reptile which would have flippers. Exactly, that's what I mean. So here they're counted as flippers. But in the form that Arctozolt is in, it's not. It's kind of interesting. So that's Pokemon with fins. What's next? Pokemon with insectoid body. So insectoid body. 6 limbs, question mark? Or generally buggish is what I'm going to label this as. Because Giratina has 6 limbs. But it's... Oh, sorry. Giratina has 6 limbs and the wings. So maybe that's why it's not counted as insectoid. Okay. So Caterpie, buggish, Weedle, buggish, Paras, insect, Parasect, insect, Krabby, then Kingler. Crabs are considered bugs. So I guess they wouldn't be multiped, because they don't have that many limbs. Kabuto is pretty buggish. I guess then Kabutops is a... Kabutops is a biped. Spinarak, spider, pretty buggish. Ariados, pretty buggish. Shuckle! Should Shuckle be in this category? Yes, it's a bug type. But it's not particularly... It's more like turtle-shaped. And technically it's a snake. So could this category also mean exoskeleton? Because, I don't know if you've noticed, Corsola is right below it. And Corsola only has 4 legs. I think. Maybe it has 4 legs and 2 arms. Let's do some research on Corsola. Hello, Corsola. Corsola is a small, pink, roundish anthozoan Pokemon with branch-like growths on its back, which are similar to Carl. There's a smaller blunt horn on its forehead and has black oval eyes. It has a light blue underside, which speckles towards the sides. Its 4 legs and 2 arms are blunt and stubby. Okay, so Corsola has 6 limbs. So I guess Corsola belongs here. But Shuckle, though. Weird one. There should be an exoskeleton outer body category. See, that's what I'm thinking. I think that's what this category is kind of determined as. Insectoid. So I think insectoid body means exoskeleton and or 6 limbs. So Wurmple. Lotad is one that I was like, what the hell? But Lotad does have 6 limbs. But why would Lotad be here and not multiped? Because it's not an insect. You know? It doesn't have an exoskeleton. So it doesn't really fit in that way. Also, why does Lotad have 6 legs? That has always been one that I've never understood. Wild shit. So let's see. Surskit and Nikeda. So these guys now don't have 6 legs. But they do have, like, the buggy trope. Because otherwise then it'd be like, oh, Trapinch and Nikeda and Surskit are quadrupeds. You know? That doesn't quite seem right, you know? So I do think the insectoid body category does mean, like, exoskeleton. Not necessarily tied to 6 limbs, yeah? So, Crawdon, Anorith all makes sense. Scroopy, Drapion, yep. Swaddle, yep. Venipede, Scolipede, yep. Dwebble and Crustle, Krabby and Kingler here, all makes sense. Exoskeleton. Joltik and Matula are based off bugs. Durantis and Ant, Larvesta is a moth. Where's Volcarona? Well, it has wings, so it's probably in the wing category. Scatterbug, where's Spupa? Clauncher, yep, exoskeleton. Grubbin, Vikavolt, exoskeleton. Crabrawler, Crabomnal, exoskeleton. Cutiefly is a bug. Cutiefly has wings. Cutiefly has wings. So does Vikavolt. Okay, hang on. I haven't been paying attention to that. What else has wings in here? Anorith doesn't count. Okay, interesting. It's because I have a feeling the solo pair of wings category is like... Okay, Vikavolt has the Elytra as well. Why are Vikavolt and Mega Pinsir different categories? Different shapes. They are both fucking big horned beetles with elytra and 4 limbs and angry eyes and wings. Okay, Arachnid, Bug, Blipbug, Bug, Dottler. I feel like Dottler could be a head and legs, but yeah, we'll leave it. So I think it has like multiple legs at that. Oh, it's not bipedal. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so insect body. Also, Blipbug was here. Vikavolt was here. Where's Charjabug? So, we'll get back to that. There may be a Pokemon justifying armor category. Well, there is an armor category. So the categories are like the... They used to be called species. I know that Aggron is like the armor category Pokemon. But in terms of shapes, these are like their silhouettes. Which then makes it weird that the... Yes, that's the thing. Why are they called shapes if they go off more than just silhouette design? Oh, this is a topic that I wish I never jumped into. Okay. Okay. Brain shut off moment. Yeah, literally, Forest. That's my brain right now. So, quadruped is pretty self-explanatory. It's Pokemon that are on 4 legs. So Bulbasaur can walk on 2 legs, but it is naturally on 4. Ivysaur, 4 legs. Venusaur, 4 legs. Rattata can go on 2 legs, is normally on 4. Raticate. Raticate is usually on 2 legs now, but like, it doesn't really have legs. Pikachu, though, is nearly always on 2 legs. Is Pikachu a quadruped or a biped? And if Pikachu is quadruped, where's Raichu? Sneadoran 4, Nidorina 4, yeah, even though she's standing up a bit. Nidorina, yep. Vulpix, yep. Ninetales, yep. Meowth. So, both of the Meowths. Where the fuck is Alolan Persian? Is Alolan Persian something else? Or is it just, did they not include it? I swear to God. I swear to God. Why Meowth and not Galarian? Where is Alolan Persian? Groudon, Quadruped, Arcanine, yep. Slowpoke, yep. Rhyhorn, yep. Tauros, Eevee, Vaporeon, yeah. All of these are quadruped. Quilava is usually quadruped. Typhlosion is never quadruped. Like, am I wrong in thinking that? I've never seen it run, I guess. So down, Centris, I guess, is quadruped. I don't know if I've ever seen Centrit move. Bert is quadruped. Pichu, I guess. So like, Pichu, Pikachu, then where's Raichu? You know? Because I don't think this is as drastic a change as like Meowth into Persian. Which has the problem backwards. It's like Meowth to Persian, it's like kept the same body shape even though the body shape changes entirely. Whereas Pikachu into Raichu, the body shape stays more or less the same, but they change the shape. I don't get it! Someone was in charge of this. And they just said, fuck it. This will go crazy. Summerreap, yeah. Espeon, Umbreon, yep. Girafarig, Swinub, yep. Technically has legs. Piloswine has legs. Yep, yep, yep. All good, all good. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep. Yes, yes. Yes. I guess Slackoth is quadruped, because it just lays down all the time. I do remember that Pichu and Pikachu can walk and run on all fours. Not sure if that applies with Raichu. So Raichu just have to run around like a man? Seems kind of weird. So these are all the same, these are all the same. Yeah, all four legs, all four legs, four legs, four legs. Four legs and wings. Tropius has wings. Has multiple wings. Let's take a look at that later on. Anyway, here's Walrein, who has flippers still, but now has 4 of them. So Walrein still has flippers, but 4 of them, so is now quadruped instead of fins. Kind of weird. Do any of the other fin Pokemon have 4 legs, I guess? This is absolutely a process. Arctivish, maybe? Because it has 4 flippers, fins. Like Primarina, Poplio. I get these two don't have back legs. Like Seal. You know, these. I don't know. Some evolution. Even a paradox like Hoodie Giraffe. Hoodie Giraffe isn't a paradox though, it's a new evolution. So Walrein is weird. Shelgon is a head with 4 legs, so yeah, it's got it. Salamence also has wings. Has wings, 4 legs. So I'm gonna, okay, so, because maybe the other winged ones don't have 4 legs. 4 legs, 4 legs, 4 legs, 4 legs, 4 legs. Where's Bibarel? Bibarel walks on 4 legs. We have seen that in Legends. Either evolution or taller, longer evo. Or near paradox. I mean, you could do all of them. These are all on all 4s. Weasel, I'm sure, runs on all 4s. Pachirisu, I guess. I think Floatzel runs on all 4s from memory. All 4s, all 4s, all 4s. Palkia is here. Patrat. I've never seen run. Patrat, where's Watchog? Lilliput, Perdier, Stoutland, Purloin, Liepard. Purloin stands on 2 legs. as of like Gen 8. Or even in Gen 7, I think it did too, and I just never saw it. Munna has 4 little knobs, Blitzel, Zipstrike, Sandal, Crocker. Crocorock is here, Crocodile isn't. Crocorock never. Where's Crocodile? Crocorock is quadruped my ass. This is a man. Darmanitan... Would you call gorillas quadrupeds? They don't really have 4 feet. You know, he walks on his hands. Tortuga has fucking flippers! Why is Tortuga here and not Lapras? What are the fucking rules? Yeah, sorry, Lapras is in the flipper one. Walrein. What? What the hell? Zerumachino, Chinchino aren't on all 4s. I guess they can be. Jesus. Okay. Beartic? Is Beartic ever on all 4s? Capalian, da. Yup. Bergmite has 4 legs. Avalog has 4 legs. Zygarde. Gumshoos stands up, but I think it walks on all 4s. I think it's Scarlet and Violet. When you approach it, it's on all 4s. I'll have to take a look at that later. Salazzle I know walks on all 4s in Scarlet and Violet. Okay. All 4s, all 4s, all 4s, all 4s, all 4s. Yeah. Technically, yes. Stack Attack is a quadruped. Amazing. Sobble is 2. As are all these. Yup. Yas. Okay. So Pokemon with 2 or more pairs of wings. So we're going to say... make a new title. 2 or more pairs of wings. Because isn't this the one that... This is the one where Mega Pinsir went into. Even though Vikavolt isn't. So Butterfree has 4 pairs of wings. With 2 or more pairs of wings. Hang on. So it's Pokemon with 2 or more pairs. Okay, so it's Pokemon with 2 pairs. Grand. Or more. Grand. Got it. So that's 2 pairs of wings. 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 That is a pair of wings and an Elytra, which is the exact same as Vikavolt. Crobat has 2 pairs of wings. Yanma has 2 pairs of wings. Caesar has 2 pairs of wings. This is not the category I would have imagined in. Beautifly has 2 pairs of wings. Dustox does indeed have 2 pairs of wings. It can be hard to notice. Masquerain has 2 pairs of wings. Ninjask has 2 pairs of wings. Vibrava has 2 pairs of wings. Cricketune. I need to do some research. Cricketune. Sprites. It do be looking like its back sprite only has 1 pair of wings. That is very much only 1 pair of wings. So is this like buggy guys as well? It's all very random. Cricketune. Mothim 2 pairs. Vespiquen 2 pairs. Yanmega 2 pairs. Volcarona 3 pairs. Wow. Vivillon 2 pairs. Ribombee only has 1 pair of wings. That I can see. Maybe some Ribombee research. That do be looking like 1 pair. Sprites. Yeah, that is just one pair of wings. I think two pairs are seen as animations. Okay, so let's say like check animations. Check animations. Ultra Cosmo, two pairs. Frosmoth only has one big pair of wings, doesn't it? Frosmoth only has one big pair of wings. Unless you're saying that its antennae count as wings, because they don't. Frosmoth only has one pair, Rabambi only has one pair. Cricketune only one pair. Mega Pinsir only one pair. I'm stuck on two names for the Jack in the Box concept. Surpranks. Oh, my music stopped, hang on. Surpranks. Or Hyena. I'm feeling Surpranks. I think Hyena is too hard to say. Doesn't flow off the tongue. Cleavor? Cleavor? Does Cleavor have wings? Do we? Hello? Does this? Can I see Cleavor's back, please? Can anybody show me Cleavor's back? Cleavor has, like, spikes on the back of its body. Which I guess are its wings? Huh? Alright. Let's see what Bulbapedia says. I don't know if I call those wings, but I guess they have to be. It just looks like it has big spikes on its back. The large wings present on Scyther's back seem to have atrophied into vestigial features on Cleavor. So Cleavor has spikes? I need to boot up PLA and check that out. Because sheesh. Okay. So Pokemon consisting of multiple bodies. This one only has 3 from what I remember. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So you have Dugtrio, which you could call a head and a base, but there's 3 of them, so it's multiple bodies. Magneton is here. Makes sense. Execute. Makes sense. Wheezing. Yeah. Kind of makes sense. Metagross is here. Because Metagross is 2 Metang and 4 Beldum. But where's Metang? Because Metang is also 2 Beldum. Hmm? Kind of weird. Combi, Yep, true. Cherubi, true. Probopass I'm a bit weird on, because Probopass... I guess these things are like smaller noses. I would have thought the Probopass is just a head. So, this one's kind of weird to me. Vanillux, yep, it has 2 heads. Clink, Clang, and Clink Clang, all makes sense. Doublade, yep, 2 swords. Binacle has 2 guys. Barbaracle has 7 of them. Wishiwashi is a bunch of fish. Phalanx is 6 little guys, all makes sense. So everything in there makes sense to me, except that Matang is missing and Probopass, I don't know. It's the noses. I'm like, what are they? Kind of weird. So Pokemon with tentacles or multi-ped body. So multi-ped is more than 4 limbs, I think, was the definition. Having more than 4 feet, yeah. So. Same as insectoid, but like not being an insect. So tentacle, yep. Tentacruel, yep. Ammonite, if all these are tentacles, sure. Amistar has tentacles, yep. Octillery, tentacles. Carnivine does indeed have tentacles. Giratina has the 6 legs and 2 wings. So I guess that's what makes it multiped. It has 6 legs, so it is multiped. Boldor, though, only has 3 legs. Why are Boldor and Gigalith here? Because Gigalith has 4 legs and Boldor has 3. Those are both less than 4. Or those are 4 and less. To be multiped, you have to be more than 4. So, I don't know. It's kinda weird. I guess biped and quadruped Boldor can't really fit in anything. But here's the thing. Boldor and Jupiter both walk on 3 legs. I think they're the only Pokemon that do that. So why are they not in the same category? It's very weird. Frillish does indeed have tentacles. Kind of loosely. Jellicent does have tentacles. It is a jellyfish. Ferrothorn has tentacles. Inkay has tentacles. Where's Malamar? Malamar has tentacles. Where is he? Trevenant has 6 legs. Toxapex has all of these. Makes sense. Wimpod has legs. How many legs does Wimpod have? Should Wimpod not be in the insectoid class? God damn it. I forgot this image existed and I can't show it to you. Okay. So Wimpod has 8 legs. I think. It does, okay. So Wimpod has 8 legs. So let's go back up to insectoid. See what's in there. Oh my god, my brain is melting. I bet Malamar is going to be in the head. The head Wii. I have looked at all these before, by the way. I'm just trying to rationalize everything. What's going on? Jeez, bugs were ages ago. I forgot how many Pokemon there. It's kind of crazy. So you have 6 legs, 6 limbs, 6 limbs. 6, I think. 6, 6, 6. Crustle is 8. Venipede is 8. Corphish is 8. Venipede actually has 8 legs, though, is the thing. Wurmple has 10? Ariado says 4 and the 2 on the back. I'd never understood Arius's back things. I don't consider them as legs at all. Kingler is 6, Krabby is 6, Parasect is 6, Paras 6. Weedle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Weedle's 14. What are they doing? Let me grab this. But Malamar is going to be the head with the arms section. Could be. Okay, so Nihilego has tentacles. Buzzwole has 4 legs and arms. Multiped is more than 4 legs. Buzzwole is not a multiped. So... interesting. And then Sizzlipede and Centiscorch are in here too. Who are also centipedes, like Venipede, but they're in a different category. The fuck is going on? Cloboppus has tentacles, Graplock has tentacles. Pincurchin has how many feet? Important. How many legs do you have, boy? Does Pinkerton have feet? It says they have teeth. I don't know where they are. As far as I can tell, it only has 4 feet. Okay, so Pokemon consisting of a head and a base. Head and base. I'm gonna do what? So try and figure out what this means. The thing is, if the tentacles or multiped things means protrusions, why isn't Corsola in there? You know? So Diglett is a head and a base. Do Weeping Bell and Victory Bell then have a base? More so than... who else did I have up here? More so than like Shelmet or like Carbink or Pumpkaboo? I feel like Weeping Bell is just a head. Also, I've never been a fan of Victory Bell's weird tail thing that isn't attached to its body in any way. Horsey and Seadra have fins! This is Quillfish! They have fins! Staryu and Starmie? Like, what is the base? You know, I don't understand. I don't know what base means. Okay, so Wobbuffet is a head. He has arms. So Wobbuffet is in here. Has arms. And what were we thinking about earlier? We said, like, if something has arms, it should work or something. But I can't remember what it was. God damn it. Head and legs, I think it was. Stunjourner has arms, but Stunjourner has legs. Damn, I think I lost what I was talking about. Okay, hang on. Because Wobbuffet doesn't have legs either. So why is Wobbuffet head and base, but Mega Slowbro is head with arms? Hmm? Shit's crazy. Head and base. Where am I even on the list? Okay, I'm closer to the end. But Jesus Christ. Okay, so Wobbuffet has arms. Kingdra, same thing. Shedinja, like... So Shedinja's just like not insectoid body then? Laleep and Cradley are a head on a base. That is clear. They have tentacles, but those tentacles are not their, like their mode of locomotion. Beldum. There's a head. There's a base. Makes sense. Burmy. We've talked about earlier. Kind of weird. Are weird, but where else would they realistically go? Because again, it's the rule of like, if you can't see the limbs, they don't exist. Yeah. Spiritomb is a head. The rock is the base. Petalil has a head. There's the base. Lilligant is a head. There's the base. It has arms. Doesn't mean anything. Maractus is a head. It has limbs. Base. So I guess base means no feet. Who the fuck is calling me? You better have a good fucking reason, like. Yeah. I hope they weren't watching my stream. Coolaboola. So, okay, I think none of these guys have feet. Okay, so head and base means no feet. I think we've pretty much established that. So Cophagrigus can walk around on all fours, which is hilarious. It's so cryptic as well. So Vanillite, head, body. Vanillish, head, body. Litwick, kind of, I guess, at the bottom. Plants into place. Spupa, head, body. Honedge. Honedge! Love my voice breaks. Honedge and Aegislash. I feel like Aegislash should be a head and arms, almost. Whereas Honedge is kind of like a head with arm. I don't know. Kind of weird. Oh, Jesus. We found Malamar. Question. Does... these are legs, are they not? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hello? Hello? Yes? No? Covering its main body is a transparent mantle with two white fins at the bottom that function as legs. It has legs. Malamar is either tentacles or biped. It does not belong in this category. It has arms and legs and tentacles. It can move. The base is probably the blade. I guess so. Base is blade. Skrelp and Dragalge, if they're here, what? Dragalge have fins. Gorgeist is the same as Pumpkaboo. They should be in the same place. Marini. Can Marini walk with its tentacles? God almighty. Or does it kind of bounce? Because I know that Toxapex actually walks with its tentacles. So then this might be the difference. Well, there should be an animation for it. Sun and Moon walking animation. 151 to 152. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like 722 to 802. Okay, hello Lily's theme. Where is Toxapex in the decks? Okay, we went past that. Okay, how does Marini walk? Okay, it kind of just bounces along the exact same as its evolution. So, Marini and Toxapex, not the same? Is it because Marini touches the ground? I believe Marini just walk them as they would any starfish. Yeah, it's like... This is honestly very confusing. It's a bit mindfucky, which is why it's perfect content for me. Morlul, head, there's a base. Morlul is also a tripod. Boulder plus who's the other one? Two-plater? Maybe they have all of a similarity. Dalmise is pretty uncategorizable, I think. So it's like head and base, I guess. But its whole thing is a face. I don't know. I guess the head is like the seaweed and the base is the anchor. I guess makes sense. Gosfleur, head and base, no legs. Eldegoss, head and base. Hatterene, head and base. There is a misconception that Hatterene's body is tiny. Hatterene's body actually goes the whole way to the floor under the hair. It's only in its G-max that the body is tiny. There's one sole arm. Rune Rigus. No legs. So yeah, makes sense. Alchemy, no legs. Makes sense. Okay. Pokemon with a bipedal tailed form. Biped with tail. If there are any birds in here, I'm gonna flip out. Okay. Charmander. Yes. Charmeleon. Yes. Charizard has wings. Interesting. So Charizard has wings. So... doesn't include... So single pair of wings need no arms then, I guess? Is that where we're getting confused? Squirtle, biped, Wartortle, bipedal, Blastoise, bipedal, Raichu is here, but Pikachu and Pichu aren't. Sandshrew, Sandslash, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Clefairy, Clefable, Meowth. Where are the other Meowths? G-Meowth. Not others. Psyduck, Golduck, Mankey, Primeape, Abracadabra, Machop, Slowbro, Slowpoke, Gengar, Cubone, Marowak, Lickitung, Rhydon, Chansey, Kangaskhan, Electabuzz, Magmar, Kabutops, Dragonite. Dragonite also has wings. What are the rules, kids? Nonsensical. Mewtwo, yep. Mew, yep. Totodile, yep. Me, legs, arms, legs, arms, legs, arms. If Cleffa counts as having legs, okay. Cleffa's legs are super similar to Pumpkaboo and Shelmet. I'm gonna write here. So if they count, the others count. Flaffy, yep. Marl and a Zoomerl are biped with tail. Requires arms. Okay, that's the thing I have to check for this. So does everything so far also have arms? I believe so. Okay. If I find something in here without arms, then I wrote down something earlier and I'm gonna go apeshit. So hop up, skip loom, jump luff does indeed have arms. Hang on. I'm in biped with a tail. Primeape doesn't have a fucking tail. Interesting. So I also have to keep... So it's legs and a tail. And I just need to keep an eye out for arms. Kabutops, I guess that's a tail. Clef has a tail. These guys have tails. These guys all technically have tails too. Would you... Like, are these guys even biped? I guess they stand on 2 legs and they have a tail. Yeah. So I guess they count. Apom, Quagsire... Okay, so Quagsire is here, but Wooper isn't, because Quagsire has arms. Quagsire is here, Wooper is not, because arms are relevant. Interesting. Yep, on top, arms. Yep. Also tail. Tail. Obviously, Pupitar's not here. Where the fuck was Pupitar? He must have been back in, like, head with base or something. Oh, no, Pupitar's a serpent. Yeah, the serpent ones are weird. We'll get to those. Okay, so Combuskin and Blaziken are in here. Who are birds with arms. Brilliant tail. Whismur and Loudred don't have tails. They have audio ports on their arses. They literally have buttholes, like. If you know, you know. Don't have tails, I guess. Like they're nubs, like I don't know if they should be categorized as such. Expert Aggron, Plusle yep. Volbeat technically does have a tail, which is why Illumise isn't here. Yep, tail. Spinda has a tail. Tail. Technically a tail. Wynot's ears are technically arms, so good job you got away from. Wynot has legs, Wobbuffet doesn't. Wobbuffet, no. Groudon, tail. Chimchar doesn't have a tail. At least I'm sure it doesn't. Because isn't Chimchar's fire like a fart? An eternal fart or something? Let's see, Pokedex entries. That's from the anime, I don't want that. I don't read anime. I don't watch manga. Its fiery rear end is fueled by gas made in its belly, yep. Burns from its rear end. It doesn't have a tail. Chimchar's ass is literally on fire. That is canon. Its ass is on fire. Let's see. Prinplup is here, but Piplup isn't, because Piplup doesn't have a tail. Piplup has a cape that looks like a tail. So I guess Empoleon does have a tail? I think it does. I'm gonna just check his sprites. Their sprites, sorry. I don't want to gender the whole Pokemon. Empoleon's tail is kind of not a tail. Piplup's whole line, I'm gonna say. I never noticed that Empoleon's tail is just like a spike sticking out the back of him. Is Printlup's actually a tail, or is it just like a cape? Sprites. See, then Printlup's is also kind of like the cape that Piplup has, so very confusing. Very, very confusing. Why? Okay, Babarrel. Also, hang on, these guys don't have... So, why are they in here and not Dodrio? I guess because Dodrio doesn't have wings is why it's not in here. It's all very confusing. Requires arms or wings. Okay, yep, biped tail, biped tail. Bunnery has a tail, I'm sure of it. It'd be very weird if it didn't. Can I get a sprite of Bunnery? Yep, I can see its tail. Cool. Biped tail, biped tail, biped tail. Tail, 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 tail. With legs and a tail, and tail and legs, and legs and a tail, and tail and legs, and legs and a tail, and tail and legs, and legs and tail. Interesting, the Servine, yep, it does have legs, I guess. Legs and tail, 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 legs and tail. Does Drillbur have a tail? Because I don't think Excadrill does, which is why it's not here. And if so, why doesn't Excadrill have a tail? Drillbur has a tiny little knob. Drillbur has a knob, Excadrill does not. I'm gonna double check Excadrill's arse. Because if Excadrill still does have a tail, that's gonna be hilarious. And by hilarious, I mean infuriating. Pokedex entries. Oh, I went to the wrong thing. Sprites. Oh, it has like a mark where its tail should be. It's very interesting. Excadrill does not have a tail at all. Excadrill, I feel, is like a very messily designed Pokemon. The drill on its head seems very not considered. It's kind of cool, though. Okay. Let's power on. Legs and tails, right? Oh no. Palpitoad doesn't have fucking arms. Okay, hang on. This is huge. Okay, so definitely in one of the older ones. So Palpitoad is legs and a tail. Dodrio's legs and a tail. Why are they in different categories? Okay, Palpitoad is the... Don't tell me that these nubs are arms, because they're not. They're just balls. Okay, that's definitely a big win for me. Crocodile should be in the same category as Crocorock. Scrafty. Caracosta has feet and fins. Okay, interesting. LGM do be having a tail. It's not one you think about. But BEM doesn't. It's mad. It's mad, innit? Does Zoroark have a tail? Because I know its hair looks like a tail, but that is a ponytail. And I'm trying my hardest to get a good back sprite of it. I don't think Zoroark has a tail. Let me check Hisuian Zoroark. I need to get a good look at his ass. Okay, Hisuian Zoroark kind of does, I think. He's got a tiny little one. So does... Okay, Hisuian Zoroark does. Does Zoroark? Not really. Very mysterious. Okay. Legs, tail, legs, tail, legs, tail. Legs, tail, legs, tail, legs, tail. Jordagon has wings. Similar thing to Dragonite and Charizard, but it's not flying type. Legs, tail. Legs, tail. Hydreigon. I don't know if I call Hydreigon biped. I can't imagine it walking. Or standing up. I feel like Hydreigon is a multiped because it has like 6 wings and 3 heads and like, you know, very weird. 2 legs, 1 tail, heads, or legs, tail even. Legs, tail. Zekrom. Okay, so Zekrom and Kyurem are here. Reshiram isn't. I'm gonna say wings? Because Reshiram has 1 pair of wings. Reshiram is a wyvern, so I think it's if something's a wyvern, it won't be in this category. So if anything in the wings category is not a wyvern, I'm gonna lose my mind. Chespin. Legs, tail, legs, tail, legs, tail. Legs, tail. Fennekin is obviously quadruped. Legs, tail. Legs, tail, legs, tail. I assume Diggersby has a tail. He do. It's kind of very nothing, but it is there. It's minimal. That's minimalist tail. Yeah. Pancham has a tail. Esper. Does Esper have a tail? I assume it must. Esper do indeed have a tail. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't. Mystic. Legs, tail, 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 legs, tail. Fomantis. What? Excuse me? Fomantis deadass has a tail. What the hell? Why doesn't Lurantis? That is the most random fact I've learned today. Oh, does the tail bloom into the... Oh, okay, so Fomantis basically has a bud on its ass that blooms into the flower. Lurantis is kind of overlooked. It's pretty dope. It's visually crazy and I love it. Okay. Beware, legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Berserktree do indeed have 2 legs and a tail. Guzzlord has 2 legs and a tail and also loads of other appendages. Guzzlord not... I'm gonna just write down Guzzlord kind of crazy for real. Poipole, legs tail. Grookey, legs tail. Thwacky, legs tail. Scorbunny, legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. It's definitely tail back there. Why wouldn't there be? Legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Legs tail. Toxel and Toxtricity. I would have normally said the Toxtricity doesn't have a tail, but given that it's here and certain people get angry when I say it doesn't have a tail, I'm just gonna accept that it has a tail. Berserker, likes tail, Ice-Q likes tail, in DD and in DD. Have tails, I assume. This is where it's interesting. This is where it gets very interesting. So, Dracovish is just a head and legs because it doesn't have arms. Dracozolt is considered biped because it also has a tail. Because the tail is in the neck. And it has arms, even though the arms are irrelevant, as we've discovered through Palpitoad, where are all the Gen 9 Pokemon? That is very true. I don't know if the feature's in Gen 9. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to look into that too. Arctozolt then is counted as biped with a tail, even though it is still flippers. So it's... Why is Arctozolt here? Why is Arctozolt not flippers? Very odd. Legs, tail, legs, tail, legs... Say, Cubfu has a tail, I guess. I assume it has to. If it's in here. Cubfu's tail is literally nothing, but it is there. Legs, tail, legs, tail. Okay. I think that's the longest category. Wait, bipedal and tailless is also a thing? Oh, Christ almighty. Okay, so I think that this one means biped, no tail, and arms. Because if arms aren't included in this, then it's like, why is Dracovish not in here? If arms aren't in this, then it's the head with the feet. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Bipedal, so feet, no tail. Feet and arms. All of these guys need to have arms. Bellsprout. I guess counts. Graveler has 2 pairs of arms. So does Machamp though, so I guess it's fine. Jinx has feet? Pinsir, Snorlax, Cyndaquil. Togepi. I need to check the Togetic has wings. Togetic has wings. Togetic has wings. So these feckin' wing categories better not have any guys with arms in them, or we're gonna flip. Blossom has feet. Why are all these women Pokemon not showing us their feet? Sudowoodo, Politoed, Sunflora. A lot of feet. No tails. Celebi has wings. Lombre. Ludicolo has a fucking tail. If not, it is a very tail-like appendage. Unless it's just its fur that like drags behind it. Ludicolo sure has tail-shaped fur, is what I'll say. Nuzleaf has nipples. Shiftry also has the same deal as Ludicolo. As does Ralts. They're really testing my patience here. Nosepass is indeed 2 legs and a head. Mawile. Illumise doesn't have a tail, but it does have wings. It has wings. So does Volbeat. I'll write that there. Jesus Christ, my brain. Cacnea doesn't have a tail. Neither does Cacturne. Neither does Dusclops. Snorant. Bagon doesn't have a tail. I know that. Jirachi doesn't. Piplup. So Piplup has tail-shaped hair, but so does Prinplup. So why is Piplup here and not Prinplup? Kricketup, Badoo. I guess those are Badoo's arms. So those are just a head and legs. Chingling. Anybody in here without arms wanna step forward? Licky Licky has a fucking tail. That is a tail coming out of his ass. That's right there. Oh my god. Okay. So the only reason Tangrowth is in this and not a head. So this one means they need to have arms. And no tail. It's like, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Darkrai technically has legs, we just never see them. Darkrai has legs in the anime. That tongue should count as a limb. No, it's the fact that it's tail. Or is Victini's ass its tails? Or is it just, does it just have wings on its butt? It also has 2 cream wing-like tails. Let me check the Pokedex and see if they ever call it a tail on the Pokedex. Infinite energy. Infinite energy. Infinite energy. Infinite energy. Cool. I'm not thinking the Pokedex, but like they're in the place the tails would be. That a tail would be. Oh my god. Musharna. What is different between Musharna and Munna? Why is Musharna here and not Muna. Is Masharna bipedal? It never walks. Excadrill doesn't have a tail. I'm assuming Timber doesn't have a tail. Nope, he just has a weird round ass. Neither does Girder, and I'm very sure that Conkeldurr doesn't either. It's hilarious that I actually have to check this, even though like Lickitung or Licky Licky made his way in. Seismitoad doesn't. Throwin Sock doesn't. Leavanny. Leavanny has a thorax. Or an abdomen. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's an abdomen. But I don't think it counts. Right, there's Whimsicott. So, like, the green things were horns. We were talking about that earlier. Darumaka doesn't. I don't think, anyway. I feel like Trubbish does. I guess it doesn't. What about Garbodor? It does in G-Max. Or else it's just a train coming out of his arse. Gothita, Gothorita, Gothitella's feet. Oh, Gothitella's little tiny feet, I remember. It's really funny, actually. So legs, no tail, 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 legs, no tail. Okay, so Genesect is also here, so. Pangoro has like a trench coat? And it's split in the middle and there's no tail. Okay. Slurpuff evolves from something with a tail. Doesn't have one. Romatis has like a bow on its ass. I don't think it's a tail. Hawlucha, I don't think has a tail. Again, I'm only double checking all of these because it has like an allusion to a tail, but it's not actually a tail. Lurantis doesn't, Shiinotic doesn't, Steenie and Serena don't, Oranguru doesn't, Galisspod doesn't, Komala does. Komala has a tail, I'm looking right at it. Like, it's fluff on its ass in the tail area, that is a tail. Pheromosa doesn't, Celesteela doesn't, Kartana doesn't, Magearna doesn't, Marshadow doesn't, Blacephalon doesn't, Zeraora doesn't, because it comes out of its back. But then it's like, if it counts for Zoroark, it counts for Zeraora. Zeraora is a Pokemon I forget exists. Melmetal has a tail! Melmetal has a fucking tail! It's the wire coming out of his butt. Rillaboom doesn't. Colossal should. I feel like that's why I don't like it so much. It's very disgusting. Hatchram doesn't, Impidum doesn't, Morgrem looks like it does, but it doesn't, it's a ponytail. Grimmsnarl doesn't, Mr. Rhyme doesn't, Morpeko. Really? Doesn't have a tail. Interesting. We are learning a lot of things about Pokemon today. Urshifu, I guess, doesn't. I need to, like... My nose is... being... Urshifu kind of be looking like it has a tail. Oh my god. Is Regidrago just like an orb? Ooh, Regidrago has like spikes in his back. And Calyrex doesn't. As far as I know. Calyrex is weird and I hate him. Okay, we're nearly done. This has been a process. Thank you for joining me. We're not done yet. Okay. Single pair of wings. If anything in here has arms, I am going to lose my mind. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? This is what it's all built up for. Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, all wings. Spearow, wings. Zubat, Golbat, wings. Farfetch'd, wings that also double as hands, so it's fine. So anything like Wyvernish, where the wings are also the arms, is fine. Aerodactyl, fine. These three, fine. You two, fine. Ledybet and Ledian. Why the fuck are Ledybet and Ledian here when the other bugs aren't? Ledian has Elytra, like Pinsir and Vikavolt, and they're all in different fucking categories. Nadu, yes. Zadu, yes. Murkrow, yes. Gligar, yes. Delibird. Why is Delibird here and Piplup isn't? Mantine has fins. Or are they called wings on manta rays? I don't know. Skarmory fine, Lugia fine, Ho-Oh fine. Tailo, Swellow fine, these two are fine. Flygon has arms! Flygon has arms! Flygon, why? Flygon and not Charizard and Dragonite and the other ones. You have tested my patience and now you will get the rage that I have been saving up for the past 2.5 hours. I will kill you. No, Latios and Latios. Ooh. Have arms, have arms, have arms. Oh. Haha, have arms. Ooh, 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 ooh. And feet. The categories are all stupid. Da, 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 da. Wings, 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 wings. If you're here, then whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. Wings, 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 no feet. Wings and feet. Wings and whatever. Wings, 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 wings. Just wings and feet and wings and feet and you've wings and feet. Yeah, yeah, whatever. Wings and feet and wings and feet and wings and feet that double as hands and wings and feet and wings and no feet and wings and things and wings and arms and no feet and wings and wings and wings. And Orbeetle is like Ladybell all over again. Why is Orbeetle here? This is actually driving me fucking crazy. You don't even see Orbeetle's wings. I'm going to lose my mind. So I wanted to make this concept into a short. I cannot condense all this information down into 60 seconds. Without melting my own brain. So this, you're going to get a video of this. Because it's absolutely insane. Eternatus. Single pair wings, I guess. Eternatus has the dragon body plan. Serpentine bodies. This is the second last one, guys. We're almost there. I'm gonna lose my mind. This one has some absolute bangers in it. Okay. So Metapod and Kakuna, would they not be like a face, a head, and a base? When I see Metapod and Kakuna, I don't think of snakes. You know? Especially weird that Metapod is a snake and Caterpie isn't when Caterpie was and was changed from it. Especially when both their pre-evolutions were changed from it. Ekans and Arbok are snakes. Onyx is a snake. Gyarados is pretty snaky. Dratini, Dragon are snakes. Dunsparce is a bee snake. We'll take it. Dunsparce also has fucking wings. Steelix is snaky. Slugma and Macargo. Would they not be head and base? Or whatever, would they not be what Gastrodon is? You know? Pupitar is snaky. I feel like that's the same thing as Metapod and Kakuna. Sviper, Serpentine, Melodic Serpentine, Huntail, Gorbis, Rayquaza, they all fit. Shellos and Gastrodon. Wait, I forgot that Shellos and Gastrodon are also in here. Yeah, so I guess these guys are all snakes now. Giratina Cresselia is still weird. Oh, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. Claw Itzer is Serpentine? Are you serious? So after everything we've been through, discussing like how the insectoid body type is for like exoskeletons, and Clauncher's already in there. They're just like, oh no, fuck it, Clauncher's a snake. What the hell are you talking about? Kingler is in the insectoid one. It has one big claw, so does this. Losing my mind. Losing my goddamn mind. Goomy is a head and a base. There is literally nothing Serpentine about Goomy. I'll give it to Sliggoo. But what? Sliggoo, like, oh jeez, like Sliggoo could easily be head and base. Why is Charge-a-Bug Serpentine? There's nothing Serpentine about it. It's a box. Okay, so what I'm learning from this is Serpentine bodies means amorphous. Because there is no way. But it doesn't, because Misdreavus and Mismagius aren't in here. Like, what is happening on this screen right now? Like, are you serious? Calling sandcastles snakes is where I draw the line. Pyukumuku is literally the head thing, you know? And Mimikyu? Mimikyu is the head with the base. It's right there. What the hell is happening? I'm gone, like. They've killed me. Drampa is Serpentine. Applin isn't at first glance, but it's a little worm guy within the apple, so Serpentine. Silicroba, Santacanta. Snom is not a snake. And I know it's Serpentine body. It's less Serpentine than Caterpie and Weedle, who were changed to Insectoid. Gee. And Drakeby's here because he has no legs. Okay. Last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Last one. Okay. Yeah, because Misdreavus and Sinisty aren't within Serpentine. So it can't be amorphous. Okay, we're going to say head and arms. This is the last one. I need to put on some fun Nintendo music. Okay. I was born ready. Okay, so Geodude is literally a head and arms. Mega Slowbro, I guess, doesn't fit into anything else. But it's very similar to, like, Wormadam. So I feel like it should be whatever Wormadam's in. Magnemite has arms? So I would have put Magnemite as just a head. But I guess, like, silhouette-wise, the magnets could be considered as arms. Grimer and Muck are, like, a head with arms, but they also have a base. So what's... I don't... It's the base thing that fucks me off. Grimer and Muck aren't head with base, despite that also allowing guys with arms. Haunter is a head with arms. Gulpin is a head with arms. Swallock kind of be looking a bit basey like. Spoink does have arms. I found this out pretty recently. It really upset me. Baltoy is a head with arms. Claydol has feet. Does Duskull have arms? I guess it does. It does. Okay. But Duskull also has a base. At, like, the bottom of it. Chimico. I'll accept. But why is Metang here and not in the multiple-bodied Pokemon? Because it's two Beldum stuck together. And I think Chimico doesn't have feet. It's one of those tripod kind of guys. It is. Drifloon, 2 arms. Drifblim, 4 arms. Bronzong, 2 arms. Magnezone. Is no longer multiple bodied. Porygon Z is a bird without feet. Dusknoir's body is a big head. I'll take that. Okay. Frostas has a whole body. So does Fiona. See, a lot of these guys have bodies as well. Like, Porygon Z has a body. So it's just like, what does base mean? It's bananas. Reuniclus has feet. Escavalier doesn't, Fungus doesn't, Amoongus doesn't, Lampant doesn't, Chandelier doesn't, Selgor doesn't, the Genies don't, none of these guys. I would argue that Spritzy has wings. Phantom is ahead. Diancie, I would argue, is a base. Koopa, Tapu Koko. Necrozma I don't think belongs here. Dracloak. Why is Dracloak in head with arms when Dreepy was in Serpentine when Dracloak is just a Serpentine? That makes no sense. And Enamorous. And with that, kids, we are finished. What a process. That is a 5-page A4 document that I've made now from this session. Absolutely bananas. Nearly 3 hours later. What time is it? Jeez, I started this much earlier than I thought I did. Anyway. Now that I have all that written down, I'm going to turn that into a video script. I was featured on True Green's channel today, so I have to go watch that video. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you everybody for showing up. If you don't remember, the Discord's in the description. If you don't know about my main channel, that's also in the description. Go over subscribe. You'll see some content and all that jazz. Anyway, I've been DBS, streaming on Deadbed instead. And I will see you all next time.